Oh, baby. Boys, it is time because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hovering over it right now. My GM is upon us. If you're a returning viewer to the channel, you know what's about to go down. But if it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Cody at CodyVerse. We bring you guys amazing content all year long, but my GM is kind of our bread and butter. But I do not draft alone. I've got two dear friends with me here. One of them named Canada.
Yes, sir.
The other one named Cheek.
You got Cheek here. A lovely day in the CodyVerse.
And we've got a lot to determine. We've got to figure out our brands, our GMs, which we're going to have all year. In 2K24, we had 56 MyGM videos spanning over 3 seasons of the mode. So the decisions we make tonight, gentlemen, really do set the course. This video is just a draft video. So we'll start our booking episodes. If you're watching this as it drops, this is March 8th. This video is going live. The plan is for the first booking episode to drop on March 10th. So you got the opportunity to gather yourself for a day or two. You know, think about, wow, these brands really good. They're so good at drafting. Or, wow, these guys suck. They didn't draft my favorite wrestler. At which point, let us know in the comments, and maybe we pick them up in free agency later on. But there's no point in pausing, guys. We got to get in to my GM and make this happen. But we got to start it off. You know, we got to see the little story here.
Hell yeah.
How's your show doing over there, man?
It's okay. I think I have to release Jody Garcia.
Oh,
Not Jody. She's carried you for like 2 seasons.
that's Cheek with Triton.
Real matches, and actually I might
Stop it.
Because her morale under your regime has been pretty bad.
And of course, if this was 2K24, this would be me and Cheek talking to each other right now.
Yes.
Oh, this is true.
Stamina in the engine.
Will it be repeats? Will it be new GMs,
Yeah.
new brands?
You don't have the cash!
The roles could be reversed.
What are you?
Although, the funniest
There's
part
me.
is Tyler Breeze is Canadian.
The Walrus.
General manager. Sir, how can we help you? Yes.
Your tribal chief is on his way. He does not like raised voices.
It's his fault. Okay, we'll say that.
You start it every time.
You can tell by the way he's dressed, he has no manners. No home training.
The home training.
My little face.
Oh.
Oh.
Have you guys seen this?
No, sir, what is this?
Whatever it is, you didn't get it from me.
Secret
Yeah.
tips.
Paul Heyman being sleazy.
Yeah.
PLE power cards.
It's nothing new.
PLE power cards, baby.
Oh, boy.
Way. And this go home shows into the PLEs, and all brands are in the PLEs.
What do you mean all brands are in the PLE?
All brands, baby.
They're together.
What? Give me this.
And if you're wondering,
Cody said
2K
it is.
watched CodyVerse. They saw our bragging rights specials and said, you know what? We want one of those in my GM every month.
You still have to stick to your time.
I
Waiting
was
for
just
our
about to
royalty
say that,
check.
Yep, they got
You,
that.
you say that in your showdown video, but that airs tomorrow. So stay tuned.
Crush you this year. There's
Yeah, you're going to see the whole showcase playthrough. I may or may not lose my mind
Okay.
tomorrow.
only one way to find out.
I guess the showcase showdown. Oh, that's MLB.
We have to. It's the same. Ready?
It's tough.
Simulate.
Oh, damn. We got to get the cameras lined up.
This camera. Okay, ready?
Oh, this is definitely me and Cheek.
Simulate.
I was definitely Paul Heyman. All right. So there we go. We're going to get ourselves set up and get cooking. All right, gentlemen. We're in the mode. Now, some quick lore dumps for you, all right? If you're a newer viewer, do not worry. Although we do have a lot of amazing content you can watch if you want to know the history of CodyVerse and everything in it. If you start today going forward, you're going to be able to follow everything we do. You're not going to be lost in the sauce, although we might be trying to make these decisions here tonight. But one of the things we do is as we go game to game, whoever the standings that we have between us in the previous game determine the order of which we pick our GMs and our brands in the new game. It's me, Cheek, and Canada, each competing. We also will have an AI on the highest difficulty. Tonight, that AI is going to be decided by random wheel spins, but we have to choose our stuff first. So myself, I finished in first place at the end of 2K24. So I will get my first selection of either a GM or a brand. Once I make that selection, it's going to go to Cheek, who finished second place.
Yay.
Cheek will then pick a GM or a brand. Canada will go third, GM or a brand, and then it's going to circle back to me. I'll pick whatever I didn't pick. run it through, and then once all 3 of us have our combinations picked, we will go to a wheel to see what the AI general manager is going to be, what the AI brand is going to be. So before I make my pick, just to give everyone a rundown of everything here, all the options that you've got. So you've got Adam Pearce with Instigator. Each GM, each brand come with a distinct power card that you can use once or twice per season. For Adam Pearce, 2 times per season, you can increase the levels of all active rivalries by 2. Sonya Deville, Power Up, 2 times per season. You can make the power cards in the store free, and then when you buy them, you get 2 copies. Stephanie McMahon, the McMahon presents earn twice as much money from your arena attendance this week. Xavier Woods, the cheat code. You can pick a superstar from an opposing brand's roster. They will permanently join your roster the following week. You cannot select the title holder. You also can't use this in the first or last week of a season. Tyler Breeze. Breezes himself has quick recovery. All superstars immediately recover 12 stamina. Theodore Long, just a minute player. All match bonuses and quality boosts, plus set match XP gain to very low for all brands on next week's show. Can't use it at the end of a season. So if you do a stipulation match and it normally gives you a rating lift or an XP lift, those are non-existent that week. For Paul Heyman, he's got special counsel twice per season. All promos are going to be free to book and have the results doubled if applicable. So this would be something, like a rule change can't really have its results doubled. But if you do a self-promo, double the pop. If you do charity, double the fan game. If you do advertising, double the money, etc., etc. For William Regal, he's got Power of the Punch. Select an opposing brand. All superstars on that roster, every single one, lose 10 popularity at the start of next week. Mick Foley has Cactus Jack. Select an opposing brand. 5 superstars who participate in the next show will be injured. This is selected at random. For Eric Bischoff, he's got backstage booking. Double all show logistic bonuses this week, except arena capacity, ticket cost, and show quality. And then the rest of these are all new general managers this year. Ava has medics on standby twice per season. Prevent all superstars on your brand from being injured in matches this week. Nick Aldis, twice per season. You could add 10 weeks to a contract duration. Shawn Michaels has Heartbreaker. Select an opposing brand next week. 5 random superstars on their roster will permanently lose 1 promo skill. Promo skill cannot drop below 1. For Sensational Sherry, Sensational Defeat. Select an opposing brand. Reduce the morale of all their superstars by 1 rank next week. Miss Elizabeth, Mega Power. Select a superstar on your brand. Immediately that superstar gets max popularity, max stamina, and max morale. Armando Alejandro Estrada. Twice per season. All superstars on the brand who win their match gain double the ring XP. Mr. Fuji has Salty twice per season. Triple the cost of all opposing brands matches for next week's show. CM Punk has Punked. Reduce the fan retention of all opposing brands by 3% during next week's show. And then we do not have any custom superstars yet. We're recording this right at the top of the year, so we will not be using custom superstar. However, do want to call out if you have a custom superstar, you can use them for Legend Whisperer, which is select a superstar on your roster to immediately increase their level to 20 and become legendary.
Cool. On
the brand side of things, we've got SmackDown. Birth of Legends. 6 random superstars on your roster have their popularity increase by 6. This is War for Raw. Twice per season, you select an opposing brand. 5 randomly selected superstars cannot be booked in matches the next week. And cannot be used last week of season or the week before PLE. But I feel like the PLE stuff not as deadly now with the new format. It's going to be interesting. New strategies are going to be kicking out this year. NXT has Fighting Champion. Title matches booked for this week will receive a large match rating boost. NXT 2.0, reduce the price of the next 3 superstars you purchase by 50%. For WCW Classically Trained, extend the duration of all contracts currently on your roster by 5 weeks. Of course, if someone's on a, you drafted them, they're on a deal for the whole season, they're not going to extend, but these are for all your temp contracts. ECW Extreme Rules block all opposing brands from using 3 randomly selected champions in next week's show. The other note, ECW does not have women's championships, so no women's tag, no women's title. Your men's championships will get double the title bonus because of this to try to make up for that. So a world champion on Raw is going to get plus 10 popularity. A world champion on ECW is going to get plus 20 popularity. And then the new brand this year is NXT Mutiny, which ties to the My Rise mode, which I will be playing on this channel as well. Still determining who I'm going to use for that. But for NXT Mutiny, collect the full contract price for the next 3 superstars you fire this week. So traditionally, I don't know what the percentages are, but if someone has 100 grand left on their contract and you were to release them, you'd probably get like 25 grand back, ballpark. With this power card, you could get 100 grand back. So all that said, I am going to start with the GM.
Oh, buddy, I know exactly who you're getting.
No.
And I've had a few that I'm thinking between. I don't want to say who they are yet, just in case it influences another decision. But last year I had ECW, that was the first pick I made last year. But that power card they have with 3 randomly selected champions, I was able to use that twice at the start of the year. It was so overpowered that they nerfed it. And in season 2, I could only use it once. And I felt like not having women's champions for me personally, I was like, I don't think I want to start by drafting ECW again. And then on the GM side of things, I had Ted DiBiase, who twice a year let me have all my matches be free to book, which was pretty solid. But Ted DiBiase isn't in the game anymore, so I have to change my strategy entirely. When I look at the GMs and I think about the strategy here, I also know that it's hard to pull off a three-peat. I know that my work's going to be cut out for me here as I go through. So I've got to decide, do I want the ability to clap back at you guys or fend you guys off, or do I want the ability to try to protect myself? And I think the ability to protect myself is important. I think the ability to have something in my back pocket that maybe can get me out of a jam is important, and give myself more opportunities to shoot and take big shots back if I need them, or take big protection. So with that, the first pick for me this year at general manager is going to be Sonya Deville.
I knew it.
So
I knew it.
Sonya Deville, getting these power cards, it's going to be 2 copies when purchased, and they're all going to be free. So if I have tables match boost, a falls count anywhere boost, and a contract negotiation, and I want to get match boosts and the ability to extend contracts on temporary people, not only could I get all 3 of those for free, but I would get 2 copies. And I think for me to try to pull off this 3P, I think I'm really going to need lucky power card draws on top of booking well. So I think Sonya Deville puts me in the best position to do that. So that is going to be my general manager and my first pick. Cheek, it is your turn to make a selection.
Oh man, that was a big one. That was good. You know, I told Canada I had a list of potentially 3 or 4 GMs, and she was on that list. I won't say where, but
I respect it. We can do our list reveals after we've all selected, kind of what we were thinking.
Okay, so I think what I need to do is I think though I want to pick my brand. Because there's only 7 to choose from. There is a lot of GMs to choose from.
A lot of GMs.
And my list for GMs is longer than my list for brands that I would like to be stuck with. So this gives me full carte blanche of what I want. And I've thought about this for quite some time. And I'm really torn, but I think what we gotta do, we have to sadly say goodbye.
Oh no!
To the WCW brand.
Goodbye, we hardly
For those who have been around, they know WCW has my heart, and it always will. And I love the card. We get to extend contracts by 5 weeks. But it's a new year. It is a new us. And being a new us, it's almost like a new version of us, a 2.0,
Oh,
if you will.
Ooh.
So that is my selection, NXT 2.0. Give me that fresh meat, baby. Ayo.
Fresh
Reduce the
meat.
price of the next 3
Massive.
superstars you purchase this week, though. You have to all in one whack. So we are going to have a free agent frenzy, but at half the cost. Let's go, dude.
All right, that's a big pick, a solid pick. Canada, we now go to you. 1 GM selected, 1 brand selected. Oh, Canada's going right to the GM.
no.
Oh.
No, I think I'm like Cheek. I have a number of GM selected, and there's already one gone.
Yep.
I won't tell you where Sonya is on mine yet either. So I am also thinking brand. ECW does seem interesting, but again, only with 1 card. Kind of shit. I can tell you we're not taking letdown again. We're not doing it. Also because the logo is Smack Sound. It looks like Smack Sound, not SmackDown. So I'm not taking Smack Sound. I do like Raw This Is War. 5 randomly selected superstars cannot be booked in matches next week, which is pretty interesting. I also like WCW, and NXT was also 2.0 was also on my list. I do like a normal NXT. I think you could have really, really good go home episodes with NXT. That being said, Cody's got a lot of protection, and I feel like I know he's going to pick Raw if I don't, because there's not a lot else to pick from, in my opinion. Although, again, like I said, NXT's pretty good. WCW is also pretty good, and I'm going to call out that whatever I pick, he's picking the opposite, because right now I'm down between WCW and Raw, and you can tell me I'm wrong, and maybe I am. But
Well, I mean, that's like looking at the sky and going, that's blue. You know what I mean? Like,
it is.
I have nothing to hide. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, exactly. So I think personally, like Cody said, it's all about not letting him have a strong stranglehold on first place. So I am going to go with Raw. I'm going to take Raw.
All right.
Love it raw.
Bang.
Yeah.
So I can lock mine in all the way now. So we grab Sonya Deville. I still won't say anything on the GMs because I know you guys have to pick. I don't want to cause any sudden influence there. But with the brands all selected, I will say coming in, NXT 2.0 was my number 1 brand.
Oh, that's cool. That makes me feel good.
Oh, yeah. I like that too, yeah.
That what I was thinking there was if I could pair up the right power cards with Sonya for like an I know a guy and do like a big massive search at some point.
Wow, yeah.
And then pair it up with the discount. So NXT 2.0 is my top brand. I was literally a coin flip on Raw and ECW.
ECW.
Or excuse me, WCW.
Yeah.
NXT 2.0 was my definitive one. These were 2A, 2B.
Yeah.
So it was kind of one of those things that had you selected a GM, I don't know which one of these I would have picked. I have no idea. I might have just flipped a coin on the video and made the determination. But with that said, we're going to go WCW. Mutiny, I think Mutiny could be really good. I just don't know.
Don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know the best strategy for it. I don't want to try to find that all on the fly while we're in a competition. NXT, if this was usable twice per season, I would love this card because you're pretty much guaranteeing yourself 5-star matches, but only having it once. SmackDown, this is the one I think entices people when you're new to the game. Like, you're like, oh, popularity goes up. But it's so easy to lose that popularity, and stuff moves around. ECW, same thing. If they nerfed the card last year, and I hate not having women's champions. It drove me nuts. So we will be rocking Sonya as WCW.
Nice,
So we'll confirm mine all the way. And then, Cheek, you can take it away to seal up your selection.
All right, let me lock in my brand. My
Hell yeah, dude.
brand.
My brand.
Oh my goodness. So, since most of the cats are out of the bag and Canada is at my mercy of who I select here,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Ooh.
We can go into details later if we want to have an open table discussion about our list. But I'm really genuinely choosing between two people right now.
Nice.
Those two people are Xavier Woods,
Ooh.
because that cheat code is heavy. Being able to steal a superstar for the rest of the season is pristine.
It's juicy.
And my other is Nick Aldis.
Ooh, that could be big with the.
Twice per season to add 10 weeks to a contract. So
Wow.
I could sign somebody week 2, use this card on them twice, and have them a whole season.
Right.
In theory.
Yeah.
Or well, maybe week 5. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
week
I mean
5.
it's right around there. Yeah, there's
So I
good
could
plays with that.
basically I could have one guy all season long, or I could have 2 superstars. So a lot of flexibility there, or I could just wait and see what you guys do and just yoink, and they automatically join me for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But I think, honestly, coming in, I think Nick was my number 1. But since I was able to get NXT 2.0 and I can sign 3 superstars at half the cost, I think that allows me to extend their contracts out a little bit further than I would normally. So it's kind of the same thing in a way, if you depending on how you look at it. So I think, as much as it pains me to take Xavier Woods because of the history of this channel, I think I am going to take Xavier Woods.
Damn, dude.
Confirm it through Canada now, revealing his official combo.
Yeah, I had a lot of choices in my brain. My number 1 choice was Sonya as well, because those power cards, they roll over too. Don't forget.
True, yeah, they brought that back this year. Yeah,
Ooh,
The
nice.
rolling over power cards plus 2 copies plus 2 times per season,
Dude,
and let's call a spade a spade. Those bad publicity cards were a huge reason of why the 400K went to you at the end of the year. And shot you way up into first place. So if those pop up in your shop, they're going to be dangerous. So again, I think like Cheek, I came in here also thinking something like Salty 2 times per season, but now I have Raw. So now I'm attacking with Raw. 5 random superstars are going to be off somebody's show. So if I could also pair that with Salty and triple the cost of brand matches, that might also be pretty crazy. But then again, you can put together a pretty decent show with just normal matches, as long as there's titles on the line, level or feuds on the line. So I don't really know if I want to mess with Fuji. Same with Punk, and with Punk, I really like Punk, except with Sonya's power card, if she could get the retain most fans this week and boom, cancel that card out. Mick Foley can injure people, but you can just go get jobbers and fill your card out with jobbers, and they get injured instead, because that's the only one that actually injures people after the show. So I think I'm gonna go with my number 2 pick, which is Nick Aldis. Because
nice.
my thought was, if I had WCW, then I was gonna go Mr. Fuji, and because I don't have WCW, I'm gonna take Nick and get those 10 extra weeks contracts.
There it is. So there is
Man.
our 3 combinations. And
I'm
since
not
you
cheater.
guys, we'll have to change cheat too. It's fine.
yeah.
We can
My
I'll
bad.
get it. No worries. No worries.
I didn't even pay attention.
So, as you guys revealed your GMs there, so I can kind of walk through my thought process. Sonya, the ones I was really looking at were Sonya, Fuji, Punk. I was tempted by Sensational Sherry. We watched the New Legacy Inc. Video. We were talking about that when it dropped, them getting the early access, and I noticed that the developer that was talking with John Blood during it, kept bringing up morale. So I feel like this card has had some devilish potential, but again, I felt like it was kind of one of those things. I can target one brand, but I've just found it more valuable to protect myself. Mick Foley also tempted me, but me going first, I figured the second I took him, someone would just take Ava to cancel that out too. Yeah, so Mick was out once, and I mean, I think Ava's card's good too, but once I saw what Ava's was, to me, there was no way I was going to take Mick Foley.
Yeah. I was like, if that bastard takes Mick, I'm going fucking Ava, 100%. Save myself.
So yeah, so that was kind of my thought process. I think like Miss Elizabeth is fun. Like if I'm playing one on my own, Miss Elizabeth would be fun just to like make new stars.
Yeah.
But in a competitive sense, a little tougher.
Yep.
So yeah, that was where I was at. Sonya ended up ruling out. I liked Aldous too. I was actually thinking like the pair of Aldous with 2.0 could be cool to get again, in my head it was like, if I know a guy and can do extra searches, I could sign 3 people at 50%, but then also sign 1 or 2 other people and then use this to extend it. So Aldous was up there, but yeah, for me, Sonya, I feel like I mean, I think I can definitely do it. I think we're all good at this game, and we are very competitive with it in a healthy way. So I think I'll be in the running, but I know it's going to be difficult. I know if push comes to shove, you guys are going to probably be more likely to go after me. So Sonya just gives me a little bit more of a fighter's chance there. So with that,
I had Miss Elizabeth too on my list, and also Sonya, but I was really torn between Nick Aldis and Xavier Woods. Canada, was that your top 2 then?
No, I probably would have picked Mr. Fuji had you taken Nick Aldis. My butthole was firmly clenched when you were over him. I'm like, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't.
Dude, I was so close. I don't know if I'm gonna regret that because I might want the 2 contract extensions he has, but also
But you can nab anyone from me or him. Like we got 10th contract WCW, and boom,
I can just yoink. And I was about 1 second away from changing my mind and taking WCW instead of NXT 2.0 because I wanted to run it back with the brand.
Yeah,
and I like the contract extensions because I sign a lot of people, but I felt like I could have a shopping spree and really beef up the roster in a week. So that was fun. I didn't really have any other brands. So when you took Sonya, I decided to hop on the brand because I only had 2 I wanted.
Yeah. I think that was the thing where, WCW, the play is kind of, you have a lot of names and you can get a big extension. Whereas NXT 2.0 is you have a smaller amount of names, but you can really shoot your shot for something major with that, which is, a big player. So with that said, I have adjusted our one of 3 wheels you're going to be seeing here tonight. And this wheel is the general managers. I've removed out Sonya, Xavier, and Nick Aldis. So we're going to spin this wheel, and whatever GM this lands on is our AI general manager. They will be on the extreme difficulty, and they're saying that the AI is a lot better this year. We're going to find out.
That's what they say.
And it is going to
Armando.
be Armando Alejandro Estrada.
Who do you guys think was like the weakest GM that we would have wanted to be the computer?
I feel like Steph or Adam Pierce, Ava since we don't target.
This one's not.
I feel like Armando's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, he's not that strong. That's a pretty good draw for us.
All right, so Armando is going to be the general manager, and we got the 4 brands remaining: SmackDown, NXT, NXT Mutiny, and ECW. ECW is probably the worst case for us in terms of it goes after us, and that's what we're dealing with, gentlemen. So Armando, and he actually was the GM for ECW for a while.
True.
So this kind of works out. So we'll show it on the screen here. Let me get myself positioned back here. So this is the combination we're going up against. Armando, twice per season, is going to get double ring XP. So again, something that can help his brand but doesn't necessarily go after us. So that's kind of a neutral thing. But this Extreme Rules, we are going to have one show this year where we get absolutely blitzed. And we won't know when it's going to be because part of the AI improvements they've said is that we gotta keep ourselves on our toes because AI doesn't just default to using power cards at the exact same time all the time, which is good. So we're going to confirm our selections all the way through, gentlemen. Oh, the journey's about to begin, but we got to get our settings here. So just give a rundown for everybody here in case you're digesting MyGM through us. The AI difficulty, we're setting that to extreme game difficulty. We play on extreme as well. This year, this means we are booking 5 matches every show instead of 4. Morale is harder to maintain. Injury chance goes up. Stamina, cash cost of matches goes up as well. We did extreme last year. We just think it kind of creates a lot of challenges for us, unpredictability, which we think works out really well. Win condition is new this year, so traditionally Hall of Fame trophies just determined it. We're going to go by fans. That's what we're fighting for anyway. This also should, in theory, if the AI doesn't go after challenges, this keeps the AI in the running better because last year they wouldn't get trophies and they would flow out. Hall of Fame trophies, we're just going to leave this at 10. Last year we did 3 seasons, but if we had 5 trophies, it would have randomly ended in the middle of season 3. So if someone gets 10 trophies, what will happen is it will trigger the end of game sequence, and whoever has the most fans at that point in time is crowned the winner. Not the first one to 10 trophies, but whoever has the most fans of the first person gets the 10 trophies. I'm assuming that we won't get to 10 trophies. It'll probably be like last year, just time-wise, probably around 3 seasons. Whoever's at the top goes out champ. Opening budget, gentlemen, we got a bigger budget this year. We're using it. $4 million.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting it done. Player order. So default order, you stay the same order the whole time. Snake order is, reverses every week. We did round robin last year, so if you booked first, the next week you would book fourth. But they've also got reverse rank, so whoever's in first gets to go last. But I feel like that just favors first place.
Yeah.
So I always thought that was weird. We are going to be doing random. They didn't have this when we started the mode last year. They added it in. And I'm giving you guys the heads up as well because we got to be careful during the draft. This also affects the draft. So every week, you don't know who's going first, second, or third with us booking. And every round of the draft is randomized. So you could get the first pick in 3 straight rounds. You could get the last pick in 3 straight rounds.
Crazy.
So it's going to be nuts.
Die by the rando.
Yeah. Shakeups are on. Shakeups are dope at the end of each PLE. You get 3 shakeups. You pick something that can really help your brand out. Creates a little chaos. Draft pool, we have a custom one. We just hand select some versions of wrestlers, alternate some stuff from the defaults. Not the ratings or anything. All the ratings that we're using are defaults. But as an example for us, Canada was with me earlier today playing the showcase that you guys are going to see tomorrow. 07 John Cena gets unlocked in the showcase, and I was like, dude, we got to get Chain Gang Cena for MyGM this year instead of current day Cena. So just little things like that. Auto draft, if you do that, the AI just drafts your roster. We're not going to be doing that. Match unlocks default. So you can have classic, which is just all match types are unlocked. We do default. So as we unlock logistics, we will also unlock match types. Booking timers for us, we will not have this on. But if you're going to play MyGM Online, this is critical. Make sure you turn this on. You can go up to 15 minutes. You can actually have a 1-minute timer, which is barbaric. And then if you have a timer, I'll turn it here just so I can show it. If you have a timer, you can also set up a percentage of fans that you lose if you go over the timer.
100.
That's insane.
So for our case, we tend to just like shoot the breeze or start telling jokes as we're booking. So we won't have a timer here, but that is a feature you can do. So all that said, we're about to go in the draft, and as the draft starts, Canada, I'll talk on your Rumble boosts here. We'll see how quick it feeds us in. So, again, if you're newer, nobody really does it like CodyVerse. Every season, we do a Royal Rumble special. If you win the Royal Rumble, you get to protect a pick in the next draft. Now, in past games, you never knew what superstars were going to be in the draft, but they've changed that now. Everyone that's considered active is in the draft. So Canada is going to be able to look at the draft board. Obviously, if the AI goes first, the AI might snipe something, but Canada will pick a wrestler. Cheek and I are not allowed to pick that wrestler. Not allowed. It's off limits. That wrestler is for Canada or the AI. If the AI picks his protection before he does, then he announces a new protection. That will flow through. The new thing this year, last year, we said, hey, if you get the winner of the Rumble, one-on-one world title match at WrestleMania, you get extra pick protections. We had a lot of negative feedback towards this in our draft video last year when it randomly popped, that it was too overpowered. We kept it through 2K24, but was kind of brainstorming. We are debuting, and I'll pull it up on the screen for you guys to give you a little idea. We are debuting this year the Wheel of Draft Destiny. So this has every person that's on the draft board, which again, it's everyone that's active. So it's a huge list. You can't really see everything on this wheel, but as you scroll down towards the bottom, there's about a 30% chance that when Canada forces Cheek and I to spin this wheel, that we land on something where we have to pay him $100,000. He can force a trade with us as long as the value is within 25K. We might have to release the draft pick we just made. He can make us draft 1 or 2 rounds longer than we intend to. There's a lot of stuff here that Canada could potentially do, or it just lands on a name. If it lands on a name, we draft the name. If that name is already selected, Canada can decide if we spin again, or he can just hand pick our draft selection. So Canada will be able to make me spin this wheel 1 time, and he will be able to make Cheek spin this wheel 1 time any point in the draft after round 1. So round 1, Cheek and I, we are safe. Any point after that, Canada can step in and say spin the wheel and determine your fate.
If I say spin the wheel, do both of you spin that wheel that round, or is
no?
it,
You can have us spin it the same round, but you could have me spin it round 3 and Cheek spin it round 8. Whatever your discretion is. Obviously, as more names come off the board, it's more likely you'd have more of a say, but it also allows us to get more guarantees on the front end too. But again, could have to release somebody. So
that's true.
A boat.
Could be a boat. All right, so here we go. You have to draft 9 rounds. After that, you can back out, but of course, with the new setup, you get extra. And I am up first with WCW. So Canada, before I make any sort of selection, who is your protection?
Can you sort by popularity for me?
Oh, I gotta get used to. I'm actually on controller now, and in the past, I was always on keyboard. So popularity: Roman, Drew, Cody.
Okay, I will be protecting. Let's go with Drew McIntyre. I'm gonna take Drew McIntyre eventually.
All right, Drew McIntyre, and again, if the AI takes Drew before Canada does, then he will look at the draft board and make another selection. So I'm looking at this board here at the top here. So I am seeing a name that stands out to me and has some decent stamina off rip. So the first pick in 2K25, it's going to be Seth freaking Rollins coming to WCW.
I'm pretty sure that was your first pick of 2K24 as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was an early one, and then he got stolen from me by Xavier Woods, which may happen to me again this year. Someday I'll book Seth Rollins.
Damn, that is a great first pick. I think. Let me see. I'm just trying to process.
It's a lot. There's so many people.
A lot of names.
I want to go. A lot of names.
Yeah. Like I think it's smart that they made it where everyone pops up, but it is when you're drafting, it's like, holy Moses, you have a lot.
Might be a little bit of a longer draft video than last year, but
yeah,
it's worth it to get everybody on the list.
And speaking of things that are worth it, I might get ripped for this, but I have to lock in my guy. I'm taking Braun Breaker.
Hell yeah.
I respect
I like it. I like it.
NXT 2.0 picks Braun Breaker.
All right, Becky Lynch going to
Interesting for
ECW.
ECW. Going for the girl pick immediately. That's bold.
Wow.
But just for ECW because they don't have a women's division. That's all I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, again, Drew's up here. Stacks is popular. I mean, he must be coming off 2K24.
Yeah, they watched the 2K24 series and were like, we got to boost him up.
We got to boost him up. And he's kind of up there. Oh, man. I'm going to... What do we got in the Giant division here? Gunther. The Homo sapiens. I think I will take Stacks.
I respect it. All right, round 2. I get to go first again. Love that for me.
Spin the wheel.
And this is true. At any point now, Canada will be able to call out for us to spin whenever he chooses.
Not round 2. Not round 2.
Canada, if you could get me like round 12, that would be perfect.
We'll see what we can get you at.
So I'm taking a look. Wanted to do a sort of stamina. And I'm seeing Demon Finn Balor. back in the game. We swapped out normal Finn Balor for Demon Finn Balor.
Oh yeah, you have to.
It's been too long. I'm really tempted to rip him here. Oh man, this is gonna be a stressful evening. I could also get my first lady kind of going a little bit here.
Yep.
There's 30 people you want and only a couple slots to
This
get
is
them.
nuts.
Tough.
And then there's gonna be so many like value names further down that it's like we can't scroll every name each round, but it's like you gotta try to keep eyes on stuff. Like it's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have.
It is. Especially when you want to get like something like a giant, which there are a lot of giants, but
yeah,
some giants are bruisers. They don't really.
And they've said this year that it's not as deadly if it's not giant cruiser or bruiser fighter. They try to make a point. I mean, it still matters, but it's not as devastating if you go against that now. Balls, dude. I am going. I'm grabbing Demon Finn. I'm grabbing Demon Finn. He was high on the stams, level
Play no
15.
games.
Could be a heel to fight Seth Rollins
Hell
early.
yeah.
So Demon Finn coming to WCW.
Canada, before I get into the weeds, do you need me to spin skis?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Cody will be
Then-
spinning first. I can tell you that for free. So don't you worry.
All right. Since I am worry-free, I'm just going to go ahead and yeet myself
Ooh.
into the Uso. Uso.
2.0 selects Jey Uso.
Interesting that the draft order is staying the same currently.
Yeah, it's making me go like, wait, did we actually?
Are you a
I-
liar?
I was like,
I-
we had the settings up together. I'm 90% sure I set random, but having first two rounds go exactly the same order.
Yeah, I know.
Makes me
So
go
little
scared.
here. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take. Gunther does have, but I think I can build up Omos and Channing Stacks as a little first feud for the Homo sapiens, baby.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go. We love it. Uh-oh.
I'm getting worried. All right,
Cody picks first every time.
Let's go at least another round. You can pick another round.
we'll go to round 5. If we get through 5 rounds, the order's the same. That's our sign that
That it is.
yeah. Okay,
But
so
the weekly will be random. I'm assuming.
yeah, I think the setting last year caused the draft to be random, and I did a test of it, and it does go random. So I don't know. But again, it might have been as we were moving stuff, something adjusted. We'll find out soon enough. I'm gonna get my women's division rolling here. Get the first lady in here. Let's sort this by stamina in case there's someone that really jumps out that's high, that has a good mix of the stam and the popularity. Obviously, love booking Dakota Kai. She was a fixture for me last year. We got Tiffy. I feel like her popularity would have been higher, but it wasn't. So sorting back by pop, I think I am going to grab Liv Morgan for WCW.
WCW selects Liv Morgan.
There goes a change.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, change.
Okay, cool. So I'm just
Cody
getting
just
really
gets first
lucky.
pick every time. Just the bottom 3.
God,
rotate.
I'm just glad it changed because I was like, what the hell's going on?
Ooh, buddy.
Here we go. Wanted to check out and make sure some things here. We got ring experience, talking about ring experience, talking about all the perks they get, contracts, and of course, what I was looking for, promo skill. Of course, if you watch 2K24, this is the advertising queen, baby. And yeah, we're picking her.
Oh, thank goodness. Advertising queen off the board.
The advertising queen.
All right. Man, there's so many directions I could go.
Yeah.
A lot of direction.
And
It's,
it's
there's
just like,
we're gonna have so many people upset with how we go about this draft,
oh
but
my goodness.
you'll never. It's one of those you'll never win. Like
You'll never win, yeah.
like I said, it's a good problem that I like having everyone available, but it makes the draft crazy because you're just like, I'm not gonna get everybody.
I'm gonna pick everyone.
my gosh. Since we're just never gonna get everyone, I'm just gonna grab the people I want at
Oh
least
yeah.
to lock in. And
Edward.
there was Oh man. There's some new ladies that have been brought into the fold. And I actually give due respect to my ladies' stables and divisions. So I'm going to start building it up. But I am going with another fiver. But it's going to be Sol Ruka.
Good pick.
Ooh.
2.0 drafts. Sol Ruka.
Baron
Baron
Corbin,
Corbin.
ECW.
Oh, ECW
Karrion
back
Cross,
back.
ECW.
Back.
ECW
Cool.
again.
Oh, me. Cool. Okay.
So used to Cody going first.
I
miss it.
know.
It's in shambles.
My whole draft board's just done now.
Can you change? Yeah, you can change at perk 3. Level 15, your perk 3 is changing your class, and Drew McIntyre can go to a fighter, which obviously is pretty good for me. I think I will take my selected pick here. Drew McIntyre, which means it's going to be WCW's time to spin that wheel.
Here it is, dude,
Here
let's
we
go.
go. So the wheel is up. Now, as a reminder, if it lands on anything or a name of a wrestler that has already been picked, that just means Canada can either make me spin it again or hand select my next pick. So we're going to hit shuffle because names were just alphabetical as I was setting this up. And also all those perks are in there too. If one of those pops up, we'll explain it. But we're going to hit spin. Whatever this lands on determines the next selection for WCW.
Can't see. What is it?
Yes.
And we are going to get Tatum Paxley.
Nice.
Which,
Good
oh, wow. I
grab.
went down. I was like, she might be towards the bottom. But
There it is.
if you watched our first look, me as Tatum Paxley, we accidentally broke the Royal Rumble on the game. So Tatum Paxley has a Royal Rumble victory on this channel in a 26-person Royal Rumble. And Tatum Paxley is coming to WCW.
Tatum Paxley lore already building for this year.
Could be the big star.
Canada, am I good to proceed?
Yeah, good to
here?
go. Good to go.
Okay. All right. Man, that's a decent little value pick. So I think I need to add to the men.
The men's division.
Men. Ludwig Kaiser. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do it. I think I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh, buddy.
No, I'm gonna wait. But I am gonna go ahead and shoot
does he
a big
wait?
wad. I'm gonna shoot a big wad right here.
Yeah.
I think it's time
For?
for the Fiend Bray Wyatt to come to
Oh.
NXT
Hell yeah.
2.0.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, WCW up. And I had another pick in mind for the next time I would select. But I know they aren't aligned right now, but I'm literally staring at Rhea Ripley and my new selection of Tatum Paxley. And they could be rivals at the start, but I feel like they could also build some chemistry for the future.
Ooh.
So I'm going to go ahead. We're taking our third straight female superstar here. We are going Rhea Ripley.
Nice.
Damn. Just a run of the ladies.
It drove me nuts not having women's titles last year. We tried with the division, but it was so tough them not having belts. So I actually have championships to give them now. It makes my heart happy.
So for the ladies division, you got Raquel Rodriguez as a
Hell yeah.
lovely giant to go Sol Ruka. Or you got some good ladies in there, but I think I think I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna grab Jade Cargill.
Ooh.
Snag.
I like Jade Cargill. I know she's a face, but got some other things in the works. Let's see how the draft plays out. So Jade Cargill, a little expensive for someone for 5 ring XP, but if she's around long enough, she will provide a lot of value.
And I'll tell you, Cheek, right up front, as Carl Anderson goes to ECW, had I not had the Rhea Ripley pivot, Jade was going to be the pick before that. So
Ooh, nice.
she was on the radar there too.
Oh, that makes me feel good.
Hold on,
Makes
my
me
controller.
feel like I'm doing things the right way.
My controller is there. We go.
It lives.
Classic
Okay.
stall tactics by Canada.
Stall tactics. Good thing we don't have a timer on.
I know. Imagine.
Oh, a draft timer would have me in misery.
In absolute shambles. I think for myself, I'm gonna pick Nia Jax.
Ooh, she's not like most girls.
She's not.
All right, we're back to being first. Okay, so we're going open here because I'm not sure. I could go male or female here. I kind of want to scroll down a little bit if there's just, you know, names I'm not thinking of that maybe I want to grab later. Do I pull someone early that I'm a big fan of? Oh, it feels like every pick feels good, but at the same time, it feels like you're making the worst decision in history.
Mm-hmm.
It's so stressful. All right, we're going to take a big swing here, though.
Does he miss?
Does he miss?
Whoops.
Oh, buddy. Oh, you're taking Uncle Howdy.
We're going to grab Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Wow.
Expensive pick,
Roman
but I
Reigns.
think it will pay off. Roman coming to WCW.
Picks Roman Reigns. And the tribal chief turns his eye towards a new brand.
Absolutely amazing instinct by the GM, making
I think it might be time.
Is it time?
Yeah. It's time.
Oh,
You
boy.
slut.
How can I not? How can I not? The longest reigning champion in CodyVerse history. Kevin Owens coming to Raw.
I heard they got
baby.
rid of the fixed match card this year. It's not in the game.
Well, he doesn't need it.
Alba Fire to ECW, NXT on the clock.
All right. Oh, we're still. Okay. Let me get back around here. All right.
All right.
All right. I think I don't really love spending this much money, but I do want to go ahead and lock in the Usos
Nice.
as a duo. So I'm gonna get Jimmy to go with Jay.
NXT 2.0 picks Jimmy Uso.
ECW gonna grab Ivy Nile.
Ooh, right back to it.
Nice.
All right.
so far.
Wasn't
Oh
quite
man.
ready.
New days.
What do you
Can't
want?
you're Xavier Woods. Can't pair him with like Big E or
Oh.
anything.
I know.
Damn it. Damn it.
Damn it, Bobby.
Life comes at you. So think what I want to do. I mean, I got the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I think I might as well go ahead. I never thought I'd spend this much money on Uncle Howdy, but I think
Ooh,
worth.
baby.
NXT
Worth.
2.0
Oh yeah.
chooses
Worth every penny.
The Nightmare has been
Okay, what do we got here? We need a couple faces.
Education
Let's
paying off for
look
Woods.
at
This guy's a great pick here.
fighters. Where is
Chosen.
Chosen?
Chosen.
Obeth
Man.
is one I real want.
Man.
Javon Evans is up there too.
Don't let him hang around. You're gonna
Never
get
know,
sniped.
yeah.
Gonna get sniped.
31 pop, kind of hurts, but I think we're gonna take Javon Evans.
I like that pick. I wasn't gonna pull on him yet, but he was one I had eyes on.
Yeah, get some value picks early, and I'll spend some money later. No big deal.
Well, and we know the thing too is we know we're gonna be doing like multiple seasons also. So those could be keepers that come back.
I think it's Cheek's turn to spin. That's
It's not his
wheel.
pick. It's not his pick.
Oh, fuck.
Silly goose. We're gonna look. That's gonna happen to us again this year. The other part of CodyVerse
it.
lore is when Cheek changes brands, we forget how to operate
Yep.
Literally. You called them Raw for 3
Yeah,
seasons.
there's so many random times last year where I'm like, and Raw, run by Cheek, and then I'm like, wait a second.
Well, even tonight we started the
Damn it.
draft. I was like, wow, I got first pick, and then realized
Yeah.
Cody
Oh,
goes,
Yeah, it always takes a minute. All right, I gotta find. I think
That's why
Stamina
I'm
brought
changing
him up.
my Discord picture to NXT 2.0.
All right, so a name I saw that has a lot of stamina that I think could be fun to use. We're going A-Town down. Austin Theory coming to WCW.
Cool.
Wow, back
And
to
it's
back.
right back to me. So I gotta find him. Can I sort by name? My life is easy. Okay, cool. We're gonna go ahead and get his A-Town Down Under partner, Grayson Waller, over as well.
hell
We're
yeah,
gonna get those
dude.
guys paired up since I got
Yeah.
coincidentally back to back. I won't risk it there. He might not be on your radar, but lock it up for sure.
Grayson Waller. And a new brand is about to feel the Grayson Waller
Razor to
effect.
ECW.
All right, Cody,
Next
spin that
two
wheel
shows.
for
All
me.
right, the wheel official Canada
It's
For-
official.
for NXT 2.0. So again, as a reminder, if this wheel lands on a name that's already been drafted, then Canada can make him spin again or make the selection. Am also like squinting tight here. The random one was pick something. I'd have to look at the list, but you almost had one of the perks when you had me spin.
Oh, shit.
All right, so let's see
Oh,
where
man.
Cheeks fate
Please.
takes him.
Fate be kind tonight.
Uh-oh.
Give me 100K.
Oh, that was
Oh.
close. Kit Wilson.
Ooh,
Right.
that's
And
pretty deadly.
that one I can tell you just missed having to pay Canada $75,000 after the first pay-per-view.
That would have been toit.
So Cheek
right.
will take Kit Wilson here.
I think I can just get to.
Yeah, that's why I had to do. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to find him otherwise.
All right, here we go. Where's Kit? There he is, Kit Wilson.
Dang.
All right, specialist though. We love our specialists.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes, boy. Kid
All right.
Wilson is
Yes, boy.
Games are out of the way. Now we can draft.
high reward pick.
Yeah, that is sort draft list. There we go.
Games.
Give me. I want. I think I missed them. Fatu.
Damn, that's a good pick.
Werewolf has been unleashed.
All right.
Dang,
Big pick and Jacob Fatu.
You can't deny
How many times are you gonna get
this
picked
guy's
first?
fighting spirit.
for real.
We picked last in round 7.
This is the last round we have to draft. We can bow out
Yes,
after round 9.
after this point you can bow out anytime you would like to. Okay, so on the ladies' side of things, as I'm looking here at the Giants, so we've got Liv as a cruiser. Obviously, we can pair up other stuff, but the Giants, Raquel, I think they team up in real life, so I could maybe start them as a team. Potentially they feud later, or they just stay a team. I also wanted to look if there's anyone that in my head would potentially turn into a giant. Like, does Charlotte Flair randomly going to be a giant? She's kind of big. Oh yeah, we got 2017 Charlotte, so she's not at 15 to start.
Ooh.
I didn't even think about that. So it's got to be people at 15. Like Io would not be a giant. Maurice would not be. Mitch and Naomi and Natalia.
Natalia might be. I don't know.
Yeah, I might as well look. Specialist, Bruiser.
Bruised.
Tamina already
Oh,
is.
is it
So
Tamina?
I think we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna grab Raquel. I don't
Raquel.
know if we're gonna do a Liv Raquel feud. I might just have them team. But give myself the versatility. Make sure I've got a female giant. That way, if I do want to get Liv Morgan a perfect fit for a singles feud, we got the ability to do it. So Raquel, come to WCW.
Nice.
Duke. One of the few pieces missing from this brand.
Well. All right. There's a lot of options here,
Oh,
but I do have a lot more on the men's side now. There was a woman I was wanting to snipe that I think could be pretty valuable for us. So I don't know how coveted she is with everyone else, but I do want to snipe Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green has the new GM to take her issues too. I bet Woods thinks she's overlooked. He sees a real star potential.
I don't want to look at other people's shit. I want to look at my shit. Okay, let's scroll down. There is a name I'm thinking, and might as well grab him now. We're gonna grab Solo to pair with Fatu.
Beefy boys.
All right,
Awesome
so now we
drafting.
are in the optional drafting. So, gentlemen, as you go to potentially close out of the draft, when you're done, make sure you hit end draft, not exit my GM. They rephrased the wording so it's not as confusing for
Exit
people,
my
but
GM, yeah.
because it used to be exit draft and end draft, people would back out of the draft not realizing.
Like, oh yeah, I just want to end the draft.
Yeah, I just want to exit.
I'm
I'm
here.
good.
Yeah, we do need a face here, so I'm gonna take a quick little looky loo. I think I'm going to take the bisexual Undertaker,
Ooh.
Damien. Priest.
Big one.
All right, we head over to Dub, C-Dub.
Dub.
And we need to get on the face side of history here. So kind of looking around. Obviously, like, Cody's always tempting. No, he's gonna be a top star. Loomis. we could get Spooky Loomis with Spooky Rowan
Oh yeah.
and Spooky Joe Gacy. I am gonna grab. Is he a specialist? He is. Who's the other person? I think they'd be down here. I'm also checking staminas. Yeah, we're gonna grab Tommaso Ciampa. 84
Champ.
stamina. Bring him in.
The methodical Tommaso
Ooh.
Ciampa
All right.
stakes his claim on a new night.
Let's
So
see
you're
here.
choosing wisely here, picking some true top talent.
Look at all this pop. Look at all the pop.
What a pull up.
I know. I keep looking at my budget thinking I might have like $12 left. I'm like, no, we get extra money now.
Extra money.
And they've tuned it. Like last year, it was hard to get to like 12 people in a draft without feeling like you was out of money. They said this year, you know, obviously if you're drafting all the top names, you're going to run it out quick. But if you balance it right, very easy to get like 16, 18, 20 people on your roster. And with us needing to book 5 matches each week, that does come into play.
Extra match than normal. We're booking pay-per-views every week.
Yeah, it's going to be nutty in the best
Crazy.
way.
Yeah, because every pay-per-view now we're obviously booking. I mean, a couple less matches. We're only booking basically pretty much 3 super. I mean, obviously, if your mid-card match is a triple threat or fatal 4-way, it's
Yeah.
going to change. But man, there could just be 4 of your brand superstar on a pay-per-view
Yeah.
minimum.
And they've said, like, you know, the stamina drain at a pay-per-view is bigger now because, you know, more of your people are going to be sitting out pay-per-views now.
I think I gotta finish off the tag
Yes.
team. I would be remiss
Yes.
if I didn't get Elton Prince to go.
Yes,
with
boy.
I
Pretty
literally
deadly.
wanted them together so bad that I was like, you can't pay me to take Elton Prince. I hope they stay together. All right, they get Gallows to go with Anderson on ECW, and then we go back to
Ooh.
Cheek.
Nice, right back at it. All right. So, out of my men, we're.
Oh, there's your favorite. Sheamus is right there.
Oh yeah, I definitely won't take him.
Oh yeah.
20. We're pretty balanced on as far as the men with face heels. I only got 3 ladies so far, so might be looking to beef up that stable. So let's go through the ladies. And for the ladies, we only have 1 heel.
I wish it's a small thing. I mean, it's not hard to just scroll, but I wish you could do some of the filtering in your roster section too. Like how you were just scrolling to double check your women. Like,
I know.
Give me a way to like swap over there and then just boom hit it and I see all of my females.
Yeah.
Yep. Preach. So I think a lot of good lady talent, but I think it's time to take a big swing, and we're just gonna pull the trigger. We're just gonna get Asuka. This is a big swing and a heavy dollar, spending it. Love it.
Fuck, that's a good
Yeah.
pick. Man. That's a good pick.
She was hanging around. I was like,
Yeah.
well,
He has been.
That's what gets tricky though. Is like you do. I mean, we do have a bigger budget, but you get further in, it gets kind of scary. Like it's easy to take Cody Rhodes in round 1. It's scary to take him in round 10, even though it's a great value at that time. It's just he's so expensive.
Pretty expensive. I'm gonna take Zelina.
all right, shelling out some money.
All right.
Yep.
So kind of similar to earlier. Not gonna let it hang. Not gonna let it risk. I talked about it as I ended our My Rise series last year. I really want to do something with DIY.
My Rise.
I brought it up in My Rise as well.
Mm.
But I wanted to do something with DIY last year, but I could never get both of them to appear in search at the same time or at the draft at the same time. So we are getting them at the top this year. Johnny Gargano joining Tommaso Ciampa on WCW.
Nice.
AOP now completed on ECW. They actually have a Final Testament too, because they have a Karrion Kross.
That's cool.
All right, WCW.
Oh fuck.
I happened to look. I was like, wait. All right, so looking at my side, I've got 7 men, 4 ladies.
Ladies.
I'm also at the point, I mean, I've got budget, but I do want to start thinking about some of the value picks that could be out there. So I'm going to do a cost sort here, kind of look at who could be available, who I think would be fun to build up and utilize. Oh man, and like obviously like hey Tony, he's always got my heart, but I can only do Italian voices so much. But I miss him. I do miss him, I can't lie. So looking. I think we are going to grab someone new to this year's game that I think will be really fun to use. And if we're spectating her, I think she's going to be a stud as well. Kalani Jordan is coming to WCW.
Nice.
Good stamina on her as well. Going to take some time to build up, but ready to invest. Unholy
All
Union ECW there now.
I don't know why, but I think a good tag for the ladies, which I'd like to have. I hope I can get Io Sky and maybe Asuka to do a little something cool. I think that would be sweet. So we're gonna go ahead and lock it in and beef up this ladies division.
Nice. I think, like Cody, I kind of want to look at some cost value. Of course, Pat McAfee's secret weapon, baby. He's always there. Obafemi's been on my list. Although I wish either my other NXT guy, Javon, he was either a fighter to pair with Oba, but that's okay. We can figure out something else there as well. And I think I'm gonna take it. Give me Obafemi.
Oba?
Yeah.
That's smart. He was
He's
going
gonna
to be
be
my
fun to
next
watch,
pick. He wouldn't have made
Yeah.
it. Well, obviously, you might have picked before me next round, but
Oh yeah, of course.
Upside in the world, in my opinion.
All right. I think we're gonna go back to the men.
The men.
A lot of good people. But there's a couple people I've been eyeing. They've been hanging around. They're probably not on anybody's list, but I think I'm gonna snap Axiom. I think he's got
Nice.
high stamina,
yeah,
and he wears a mask.
that's all it takes.
That's pretty cool.
ECW takes Maxine Dupree.
Interesting.
Go back to Raw.
I am liking living down here. Let me check the women. Because I am, again, that's what we're talking about. There is, there's two other giant women.
You love them big women.
Love them big. 208. 7151 is not bad. Compare with Alexa Bliss. Nia Jax, of course, as well. If I want to add a triple threat. So I think I'm going to go Tamina God.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's nobody meaner.
All right, Dub C Dub.
She's got all the tools
We're going to do a stamina sort here and see who's got the majestic stamina for me. Get eyes on some different people. And I am going to grab my next pick. I said it a lot last year. I love this dude. I kept getting him at times when I was towards the end of the season.
Wow.
I got to get Chad Gable at the top. We're going to give Chad Gable the consistent push that I've wanted to give him, but I just always get him when it's Mania season. I already have feuds set up, so Chad Gable's coming my way.
Nice. Okay. Again, I'm drawn by the value pick. I don't know if that's good or not, but it's just what I am. It's who I am as a person right now.
This is me now.
This is me now. I love very cheap contracts. Good stamps on some people up here. Of course, Ridge Holland's also pretty cheap. Although maybe I look for a team. Julius Creed or the Creed brothers. Although now that you have Chad Gable, you might be looking for American Made.
American Made. I don't know why I sang it. That's definitely not how their theme goes even a little bit.
America.
Yeah, I think I just merged like 7 songs in my head and just made noises.
Yeah, I got one. Okay, no. I need a good tag team. What tag teams are out there, baby? Of course, we could take Chase U. Is there anybody else that's going to pop up? Montez Ford.
Coffee
Big E.
Well, they might be heels, actually.
Yeah,
LWO, Cruz and Joaquin.
Cruz and Joaquin.
I mean, if you get Tony, he and Stax are a team.
That is true.
Family.
That is family. Then I have to do Italian accents.
You have the rest of tonight and a little bit tomorrow morning before we record the first booking to practice.
Practice up. I think I'm gonna go. Instead, give me. Maybe I'll work a team together. It doesn't have to be a made tag team already. That is an option, of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And assuming it's like last year, if you didn't have a real team, but you kept teaming up, they would eventually develop chemistry.
Yeah, they will eventually.
And so I assume it's the same this year. So you can make anybody into a team and make it work.
So let's go ahead and grab. But of course, we can't go cross. There's no intergender in my GM, so we won't.
Yeah.
There's no intergender titles, which would have been cool. So give me. I'm gonna try to get Montez and Angelo Dawkins.
Respect. And I will allow it because you gave me a nod of not taking the Creed brothers. We'll see. I might lose Brutus before we get him, but we're taking Julius. If it's just Julius and Chad Gable, we'll make it work. Andre Chase, ECW, Cheek on the clock.
Cheek could screw up either tag team. Or ECW's tag team. Look at that. And Andre Chase, he's taking Chase U.
I know.
That's funny.
I have so many options, but I had my eye on Dragon Lee for a while. He's high stamina, plus he wears a mask.
Wait a minute, he's revealing his draft strategy.
Give me all the luchas.
See you again, Cheek.
Oh my gosh, I was so excited about
I
drafting
know.
a guy in a mask.
All right, I'm just staring at the pictures now.
That's my next. Well,
Oh.
there is. Oh. Oh,
That
I'm,
guy?
I'm gonna. Oh my.
Ah!
Oh, Sean Spears wears a mask.
I know. Oh my gosh. So many masks. So many things to hide. But I think at this point I want to lean stamina
Stams.
because it's a long season, brothers.
Charlie Dempsey. Perfect.
Oh man.
Ooh, Cedric.
Cedric, but
Cedric.
my monies are getting low.
True.
Money.
We got a lot of dudes. I
And we
think I
don't
wanna
know what
lean-
commissioner goals we're going to get. Or, excuse me, seasonal challenges.
True.
True. So I think it might be Tiffy time because
Oh,
Hell yeah, dude.
she's cheap, she's 85 stam, and she's a specialist, giving me the ultimate flexibility, and I love flexibility. So I think I might circle back to the ladies one more time if I really want to empty the bank, but I think I need Tiffy time.
NXT 2.0 picks. Tiffany Stratton.
all right. We're not going to play with fire on my side. Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers.
The Creed Brothers.
Can't risk it. Bring him in.
Brutus Creed. Brutus Creed looking to take down
Oh,
the competition in her new brand.
interesting pick there.
This guy has a lot of talent to offer.
Oh, there's Angelo at 185. That's doable.
Hello. Oh no, it's me again.
You again.
All right, let me just peruse my roster quick. So I got 9 dudes.
9 dudes.
I got and 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 of them are heel, and 4 of them. So I got good balance.
Good
For
balance.
the ladies, I got 6 ladies, and I think 3, and they're 3 and 3. So I got good balance for the face heels on the ladies as well. So we have a pretty deep roster. We got 15 people total. Everything's broken down pretty equally. Let me see. I do have a lot of cruisers. Pretty heavy cruiser guy
Cruisies.
here. Not a lot of giants. Maybe we do need to add a giant to this.
There?
Hmm.
Braun. You can have the bronze. Braun Breaker, Braun Strowman, Brawny Bronze.
Braun.
The Bronskis? Hmm.
But Rowan has a mask on and a hammer that says help on it.
That's true. And I got Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy already, too. Man.
Cool.
And he's got 82 stam. Fine, I'm going to take Eric Rowan.
Nice. That damn mask.
And he's 15 ring XP. Let's go, dude.
Oh, yeah.
2.0 drafts. Eric
W takes Ivar.
Rowan finds a new home.
All right, WCW.
Losses. Looking to
All right,
expand his
so
horizons on this show.
I've got to decide in my head, like, how far I want to go. We have a 6'9" heel face here. So men's side of things, we've got 10 male superstars. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 heels. Am I counting this right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, oh, I need to scroll down for the Creed Brothers.
Creed Brothers.
So we've got 6 heels, 4 faces on the men's side, which means we've got 3 heels, 2 faces on the women's side of things. So looking at the men's side of things, if we're needing faces, Eddie Thorpe, Pat McAfee are going to be your cheap options. Stamina-wise, could bring Tony D'Angelo back. Nathan Frazier's sitting there. Briggs. On the women's side of things, if we go face, obviously we could turn somebody as well. Could bring back Caden Carter. Did good work with us last year. I could go a more expensive route down the stretch and just take a massive swing for like a Bianca Belair and try to lift up the division that way. Oh, but I'm going to go with another tried and true for me. She's got 88 stamina. She's a little expensive here late, but we're going to lock into Dakota Kai. We need a face on the female side to help us balance it. 88 stamina, not too far behind at the top popularity, but we save like 70 grand by doing it. So Dakota Kai to WCW.
Nice. On my side, I got 4 women, 11 men. So we will be taking a lady. And I think for me, because we got Tamina, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, and Zelina. So I do need a fighter bruisey kind of combo. And we got some new names down here. So I'm just going to avoid them. I'm kidding. No, I think I do want to go with a new name here. I'm going to take...
I'm so excited to see, because, like, I mean, I don't follow super tight at current product, but I really don't know NXT that well, but I know that NXT women's division is so stacked, so
yeah,
it's fun it'll be fun to see what some of these ladies can do.
We're taking Lash Legend.
Oh, yeah. All right, back to Dub C Dub. I've got, it's going to put me at an odd number to start, but I do have one more female I want to grab. It's another example of, it's somebody I wanted to have last year. It never really happened. So we are going to get Roxanne Perez on WCW this year.
WCW picks Roxanne Perez. Ooh, buddy. Oh no, this is scary times. I have $274,000 left, so I literally can't even get any of the big boys. Cannot draft Bianca Belair, Sami Zayn. I can get a Carlito if I want, and just empty the bank on Carlito. But I can't do that.
You do need to book a show.
That's right.
Show schmo, you know, as I always say.
That's right. But life's a game of strategy. And my strategy is this is too expensive for me.
Oh, I was like, you start scrolling up, I'm like, oh shit.
No, I can't. I might. I think we might be bowing out here. I just want to look, see if there's anybody who's. Let me get a cheapy boy. Do I want to add just another slappy? This is like my last chance to just lock somebody up for the season.
That's what's tempting too, is you know you don't have to worry about like negotiations unless you like piss them off or something.
Yes, exactly. Blair Davenport is very tempting. She's a specialist. She's 10 ring XP. She's very cheap, high stamina. That is a very attractive asset for me. So I think I actually am going to take Blair Davenport, and then whenever my next pick is, I will be bowing out. That is a team.
Hell yeah. Obviously, last round I took Lash Legend, who's a bruiser. So we got to go fighter, and that is either Lola Vice or Jakira Jackson. And Lola Vice, $1,000 more, comes with only 6 more stamina, but she's not as cool as Jakara Jackson. So we're taking Jakara Jackson, baby.
Sometimes you just got to pick based on coolness. Fallon Henley
factor
to ECW. We go to WCW here, where I'm thinking one more male superstar, maybe 2 male superstars. But we need help on the face side of the spectrum, on the men's side as well. We had 6 heels, 4 males. So I'm thinking one more for sure, maybe 2. So looking at the faces here, we've got $419,000. So I, somewhere cheek, I gotta be careful. Like I could just get Cody and just have a really bad first show. But I think I gotta be a little more mindful here. I don't really know who I'm about to select, so I am talking slightly slower to buy myself time to think. Let's
Nathan
Frazier. option. So a couple of the cheap people I had in mind as I was scrolling the last round were heels, and I was like, crap. I think I got to do it. I think I've got to bring Tony back. It's going to be a new journey for him. It's not just going to be what he did last year, but I need a male superstar. He's sitting at 90 stamina for me, not overly expensive. So we're going to take Tony in round 18.
Ooh, wow. What a round 18 pick. Okay, we got 6 female, 11 men, 9 face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 face. That means 5 heel. I know. That was my math noise.
Oh,
yeah, it's okay.
I thought a little pit bull snuck in.
Okay, I think what we need. Honestly, you can't go wrong at this point almost, unless it's too expensive. Then you can go very wrong. Let me take a look at the pop real quick. Everybody up here is way too expensive. Although Dom is interesting. I don't know if I want to spend 260 on Dom. I think 260 on Braun as well. No, we can't go that expensive. This is tough. I want to also add 1 or 2 more names like these guys. Logan Paul went way down in ring experience. I think he was higher to start last year.
He would definitely. I think 10 or 15 at the top last year.
Overrated.
Uh-oh.
Kind of interesting.
Does he do it?
A lot of stams.
That is a lot of stams.
Do be stamming.
Can you lock him in for the year?
Logan Paul.
Oh.
Sold his ad. All right. I know I said I was done. I just want to take one last look at the
It's hard to
roster.
walk away, man. It's tough.
I just want to see. I'm just trying to plot out some things that it's early. It's too early to be plotting and scheming. But I genuinely don't even know who I'd want to add at this point and just lock in. And I also only have 136,000, so I could take a Nathan Frazier or a Cora Jade. But after that, we're really getting down here, man. There's some guys with a lot of high stamina that would be pretty decent, but the popularity is just such a drop off at this point. I don't even know if it'd be worth it. So I think my draft officially ends with 17 members in the NXT 2.0 brand.
Bam.
Nice.
Squad,
Brand,
though,
baby.
dude.
That's a
Stacked
squad.
up, man. I'm not gonna hit X to continue. I'll let you guys do it.
Alright,
I
I'll
don't
do
want
that.
to mess up anything.
You do it.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
Oh.
All right, ECW. Lyra going to ECW.
Yeah.
I'll pick in round 19.
I think I want to be done too, but at the same time, I'm going to take Eddie Thorpe.
Oh, can't resist.
I couldn't resist.
All right, so there was one name that would cause me to make one more pick, and he didn't go. We're going to grab Pat McAfee. I think that it's kind of a low risk, high reward type of pick here. He's a specialist. 4 out of 5 on the mic. I figured his mic skill was good. I hadn't actually looked, but I think he's someone that could kind of build up for us. If it doesn't work out, it was $48,000. I think it's worth it. I'm still 240 plus K, or right at 240K going into the first show. So Pat McAfee going to be my final pick. Eric to ECW. Does Raw pick a 20th superstar?
Oh, man.
That'd be a beefy roster.
I see a guy right here who needs a redemption arc,
Legend.
so I'm taking him.
Respect. All right, Trick Williams to ECW. I am going to bow out on my side. So 19 roster members here. 12 men, 7 ladies.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is. Squatted up. I'm excited to see what we do on WC Dub.
And I'm also bowing out.
Boom.
There's my squad. And then this guy's just gonna keep picking.
ECW, Cruz del Toro. Do they draft 22 picks?
Yeah.
They're done.
Oh,
Armando
Stops at 21.
man.
All right, so to give our roster rundowns here, I'll just go left to right here. So starting with WCW, which is run by me, Cody. Hi, I'm Cody. It is going to be Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Tommaso Ciampa, Dakota Kai, Chad Gable, Demon Finn Balor, Austin Theory, Johnny Gargano, Brutus Creed, Raquel Rodriguez, Julius Creed, Roxanne Perez, Grayson Waller, Tony D'Angelo, Kalani Jordan, Pat McAfee, and Tatum Paxley. NXT 2.0 going to be run by Cheek. Cheek, say hi.
Hello.
Hell yeah, that's Cheek. He's got the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Io Sky, Braun Breaker, Asuka, Jade Cargill, Uncle Howdy, Elton Prince, Kit Wilson, Axiom, Dragon Lee, Eric Rowan, Sol Ruka, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, and Blair Davenport.
Stacked roster, dude. NXT 2.0, let's go.
And then on Raw, run by Canada. Canada, say A.
Hey.
That's Canada. He's running Raw. Drew McIntyre, Channing, Stax, Lorenzo, Damian Priest, Kevin Owens, Zelina Vega, Omos, Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Tamina, Solo Sikoa, Logan Paul, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, Jacob Fatu, Lash Legend, Brooks Jensen, Eddie Thorpe, Oba Femi, Javon Evans, and Jakara Jackson. And then ECW, run by a robot. Say hi, robot. Hi, robot. I'm robot. I run ECW into dirt. They have Becky Lynch, Shinsuke Nakamura, Karrion Kross, Alba Fire, Eric Ivar, Cruz del Toro, Maxine Dupree, Baron Corbin, Ivy Nile, Lyra Valkyria, Duke Hudson, Andre Chase, Razor Akam, Isla Dawn, Trick Williams, Fallon Henley, Coral Anderson, Luke Gallows, and Joaquin Wilde. So those are the rosters. If you've been watching the draft, let us know what brand do you think had the best draft, and who did we miss? Obviously, Cody Rhodes was a big name to not have go there. But again, once you start getting later in the draft, it was so expensive. If you don't take him in the first couple rounds, it's tough. But what names were you hoping to see? Maybe there's a value name that you were hoping we'd grab that was cheaper. Let us know. Not guaranteeing we can sign everyone that has a comment, but we do pay attention. We do listen to the people. So if things gotta happen, things gotta happen. We're gonna send it through. We gotta trigger the save. So we're about to find out which one of us is booking first in the next episode. But the Hall of Fame, again, you're gonna get trophies throughout. There's different challenges for fans, different challenges for money, seasonal challenges that can help you get trophies. If 10 trophies happen for us in this save, the story will immediately end for us there. Whoever has the most fans at that time wins. What is more likely to happen if the game flow is similar to last year is we will get about 3 seasons completed, and as 2K25 has come to a close, we will crown a winner based on who has the most fans. We're going to Daytona Beach, Florida, on the road to Clash of the Castle. I will be the first one booking in the next episode, and just very casual emails to start. But Triple H says, Sonya, good to talk to you. Just checking to make sure WCW's ready for the new season. Feeling confident. Cannot wait to get started, which is actually true. Feels so good to be back in here. Oh, new game, new managing generally. Expecting big things. And then Armando Alejandro Estrada says, Sonya, you should see the plans we have for ECW this year. It's going to be something special. Our roster is amazing. You only wish you had Shinsuke Nakamura. No offense, but I'm going to crush you like a bug. All right, I got to pick my champions here. So I'll give a refresher in the top of the next episode. Let's go tag champs. We're going to go A-Town Down Under. Get a little lift there. World champion.
Ooh.
Oh, man. I'm thinking Demon Finn because it brings him up to Roman and Seth. And one of those is probably the first big world title feud we run. So we're going to go there. And then the United States Championship. I said I'm going to do right by him this year. We have him for a full season for the first time ever. Chad Gable is going to be your United States champion. On the women's side of things, we're going to give the tag belts to Liv and Raquel. They're an established team. Let them go in right off rip. And then our women's world champion, we're going to go ahead. We're going to give her the boost and have her lift the rest of the division up to her level. Rhea Ripley going to start as our women's champion. That should be all we have. Oh, yeah, I get power cards for, if you don't know, when a wrestler gets level 10, they get various perks. One of those perks can be that you get a power card every year. They're on your roster at the start of the year. We don't check through everyone just because it'd make these draft videos even longer. But I get a Hell Spa 3 right off rip. I get a bargain bin special right off rip. I get limited stock sold out right off rip. And there we go. Those are my cards. So, gentlemen, I was going to instinctively pull this up, but, you know, there's no fans. We're all tied for first. So as we, ooh, this is a little different, though, how they present this. Little extra information there for us.
Maybe I'm in second.
So, as we wrap it up, we normally, whoever sees their emails goes first. So I saw my emails. I'll give my wrap up first. Super excited for what this year is going to be. Just feels really good to get back into a new game. We love MyGM. We love making this content together. But having a new game does bring a lot of freshness. And again, if you get bored waiting for new episodes to drop, even though we got videos dropping like crazy, we have 56 videos of MyGM on 2K24. Tons of crazy stories, tons of funny moments. Again, if you're watching fresh from today, you're not going to be lost. We're going to make sure you get an amazing experience here. On my roster, I'm excited to, someone, again, I mentioned a few times, like Chad. I love Chad Gable, but I'd always get him towards the end of a season, wouldn't be able to get him in a feud, and would have to kind of bail out on him. Having him at the top of the year, I'm excited to see what I can build with him. I'm excited to have women's championships this year after not having them last season on ECW. We built some awesome women's stories and feuds, but it was just tough to get their popularity up without the belts. So I'm really excited to dive into that women's division. Canada, I'll go to you because you're in second place. That's what it says. What's it feel like to be Nick Aldis and Raw? Your energy, is there anyone you're super excited to build or super excited to have that maybe you weren't thinking about coming into this thing?
Yeah, I'm super excited to build my NXT boys, Javon and Obafemi. Those two boys, I want to build them up to the top of the division. Can I do it? Let's find out. Obviously, the only reason I think I'm in second is the cash. Obviously, we're all at 1 million fans.
True.
So the second tiebreaker seems to be cash. You leading cash, and Armando Alejandro Estrada is in last. So yeah, I really like Nick Aldis. I really like Raw. I think it's a good combo of helping myself out while attacking other brands. I'm so excited for cross-branded pay-per-views. I think I'm so excited for the bigger rosters. We all have almost 20 guys each, 20 guys and girls on our roster. I think bigger rosters are going to make booking a lot more fun too, a lot less stressful of like, oh no, this guy's going to get injured and this girl's angry at me. So I'm excited for this year. Stay locked in because we're going to bring the heat just like we did in 2K24.
Cheek on your side. NXT 2.0, Xavier Woods. You've got your combo set up to sign some superstars. You got your combo set up to steal a superstar when the picking is right. And then same question to you. Is there anybody on your roster that you were super excited to get, that you had your heart set on, or maybe someone you stumbled into in the draft that you're pumped to have, even though they might not have been on your mind coming in?
Well, I mean, everything I did in the draft was kind of played off of my brand and GM combo. I might get torn apart because of what I did in the draft. I took Braun Breaker first thing overall, but he was only 5 ring XP. But he is someone I am the most excited for. I had to go get him. I didn't care where he was or what his popularity was. I have big plans that I want to have him featured in. And, I figured some of the draft strategy, I could take some lower ring XP people because I have a Xavier Woods where he has a card. I could just pluck a high-end guy from one of you guys and I have him the rest of the year. So I basically get a really good guy gifted to me. And then I also, NXT, the brand, I can go sign really high-end people for half off. So a lot of that played into my draft strategy where it's like, okay, I know I'm getting essentially 4 superstars for extremely cheap. So I was like, let me just build out and flesh out the core of my roster, and then I'll sign some higher end people later. So that was kind of the strategy there. So I just wanted to make sure I got, the guys I wanted, and it really centered around Braun Breaker.
I respect it. Braun Breaker's a dope pick to send around. He would have been, I would say, if he was there by like round 4, even maybe even 3, I would have wanted to take him. So I don't think he was lasting long anyway. And if people watching this think he was going to be there round 20, especially like his lower ring XP made him a decent value too in terms of money. I'm excited to see what happens with Braun Breaker. He was someone that never popped up for us last year, so none of us really had the chance to do anything with him. And we all wanted him. So I'm just excited. You know, again, one of the benefits of the new setup in the draft this year is a guy like that we all want. We're guaranteed that someone's going to get a shot to have them and do something with them. I think that's really awesome as we go season to season. If there's a star we want to develop, a star that the people in the comments want, the community want to see, we're always going to have that opportunity if they're an active wrestler to get them involved, which is super sick. So that is going to close out our draft video. Now, the next video on this will be our first booking session. If you're newer, I'll talk about this at the top of the next episode as well, but if you're newer and you're here at the end, the format we did last year was basically each video is 2 weeks of booking, 2 weeks of booking, and then pay-per-views are their own standalones. We spectate one match per brand at the pay-per-views, but obviously the format has changed this year with the cross-branded PLEs. So what we're going to approach this first month as is the next 2 videos are going to be the same. 2 weeks of booking apiece. At the pay-per-view, our plan is to watch our 3 respective mid-card matches, simulate whatever Armando books for his mid-card match, and then we'll also watch both of the cross-brand matches that are featured at the pay-per-view. As we get into this save a little bit and get a feel for it, we will look to see if we want to potentially change our process flow just to give more opportunities because, you know, with us having one mid-card match pay-per-view, we might not see as many feuds blow off. So we're looking into everything and considering everything, but for this first month, we're going to go with kind of our flow, but you'll get a couple extra matches at the pay-per-view to spectate with us. And I'm fired up about it. It feels, I would say be back, but we literally just like last weekend recorded our finale. So it feels like we haven't really been gone. So it feels good to have a new game again, be back in new flow. Super excited to see what happens. If you're watching still at this point, take a look. If you are not subscribed, please do so. When this game launched, we were a little short of 1,900 subs. I want to get there quick. I want to get to 2,000 quick. Hopefully this video is a majestic one that sets us up for big success. Like on the video goes a long way. Comments on the video goes a long way. Share it with your friends. Let the people know that CodyVerse stays up. There's no one doing my GM like us. I promise you that. But until the next one, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Toodles.